What up, everybody? It's Blessed Mindset, and we back at the Mastermind Academy. Today, we got Andrew Wilson and his wife Rachel Wilson going toe-to-toe with some new age spiritual thinkers on the Whatever podcast, man. I guess they not seeing eye to eye in terms of traditional ways of Christianity versus the new age spirituality. So let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. Enough talking.
A lot of you guys here, the way that you talk triggers me because you're like, well, I just think that we should all just be nice and the crystals and the blah, blah. And to me, all I hear is crazy, cuckoo, crazy, insane.
Are you a religious? Are you a religious person?
Asylum.
Are you religious?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
But I'm also extremely rational.
What's your religion?
I'm Orthodox Christian.
Okay. Are you one of the born again Christian types?
No, that's not. That's evangelicalism.
But do you read the Bible?
Yes.
Yes.
And are you straight on the narrow path with the Bible? Like you don't go off your path,
Orthodox Christian,
right?
But all of us will fall short.
When you're talking
from time to time.
when you're talking about the way, yeah, you're gonna.
But I'm not a lunatic.
It's built.
Is the difference.
It's
I don't
built
act like a
into
crazy
the way that you're going to move off of it.
I try not to be into the Reiki or the sound healing too much. I used to be a Mormon, and I used to be manic
that's a crazy cult
about the
too.
religion.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
a
like,
cult.
but I feel like the Christians are also brainwashed, and they're also manic too.
Well, it depends on the
and
sect.
not balanced people.
Look, there are sects of Christianity that are crazy.
And you guys did mention the devil worshiping.
Yeah.
You're not educated about Reiki and sound healing. You
Yes.
haven't lived that life.
I have a very close family
But
member
have
who
you
believes
been a
in all
Reiki
that stuff.
practitioner? Have you been a sound healer?
No, because
you can't say that I'm a devil
You can't make
worshiper.
commentary on
demonic
serial
stuff.
killers if you're not a serial killer.
Yeah.
It makes no sense though.
Can you let us know what exactly is demonic? Because I'm interested to know.
Anytime you're using magic
The
or
Bible says
Yeah,
that.
but
You've been
it could also be
brainwashed.
No, I've
considered
not been
magic.
You have been
I can-
brainwashed
I
by
can-
the religion and the
I
Bible.
can make a secular
Your mind
argument.
is closed.
Here, I'll make a
you
secular
don't
argument.
know anything about Orthodoxy, do you?
I know a lot about.
You know a lot about
I'm
Orthodox Christianity?
I'm an ordained minister.
No, you're not. There's no
I
such
sh-
thing as a
I-
female
I,
minister.
oh,
that
there
doesn't
is. No way.
exist. That's heresy. That is heresy.
Why not?
I'm an Orthodox Christian. We've been practicing the same way for 2,000 years.
I can tell you're a very closed-minded woman.
I'm a very rational
just
and
being
educated
honest.
and intelligent woman, which is how I know that you're crazy and full of shit.
Well,
and what I'm telling
yeah.
you is this show, I want to get back to my point, which is this show does a
There
very
the emotional
important
abuse
service.
starts. I'm crazy and I'm full of shit.
You are
That's
crazy and full of
absolute
shit.
emotional
That's
abuse.
not abuse.
It's
It
a
is.
kindness to
It
you.
hurts me.
I'm bringing you back to
It hurts
reality.
me.
Wait,
It triggers
hold on.
me.
Allow,
I've been
hey,
called
wait,
crazy.
Let me
stop,
finish,
stop.
and then you
Let
can
Rachel
respond.
finish her
Okay.
point,
So-
and I promise I'll let you respond.
I'm gonna not.
I think
that's
this
fine.
show provides a really important service by bringing this stuff to the forefront because it's like there's a lot of people out there that don't realize that men deal with this all the time and that this is what's out
That
there in the
men
dating
deal-
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
what's out
I
there in the
promise I'll let
dating
you have your
market.
time.
Okay.
And it gives me an opportunity to say to women like you, and this is not out of hatred. This is
Right.
what I would do with my daughters if they were behaving this way. I would be like, I'm going to bring you back to reality, okay? You're acting crazy. Reiki is bullshit. All this new age crystal worshiping nonsense is demonic. It is at best it's bullshit that doesn't do anything. And at worst, you might be using magic or contacting entities that you don't really know what they are. And you should stop doing that. And the way I know that I'm correct is because you act like an unhinged lunatic in front of millions of people.
Okay.
And then you come back for more and just say, well, you know, my energy was off, but also I was faking, but I wasn't. And it's like, we can see that you are a logical contradiction machine and you live in la la land. And I'm trying to bring you back to reality and go, hey, your Reiki is not healing anything. The crystals are not fixing you. You need somebody to bring you back to reality where you can like take accountability for your behavior and change that. And then your life will get better and then you will heal.
Well, I don't need to take advice from you. First of all, you don't have any say in what I do in my life, and you shouldn't really care about what I'm doing, to be honest. You should just worry about yourself. I think that's the problem with all of the people that are so religious.
But you don't take that
You
advice.
feel your way is the
You
only
think
way.
that you're here
Are
to
you
give
gonna
me
let
advice.
me speak? You spoke.
You're giving Brian advice.
Okay,
You're
so-
telling everyone else what's wrong
so
with them and that their energy is wrong.
I was quiet. We're on a new
Sure, go
episode.
ahead.
I'm not going back to the old episode. I'm on a new episode. We're on a different.
That was last month. I'm a
Okay.
new person this
Okay.
month.
So,
Hold on, Rachel. Do let her respond if you can. Go ahead.
So, Rachel, I'm not the one name calling already. You're the one who looks really bad in front of all of these people. Have I called you a name? You just called me crazy, and what was the other name?
A lunatic.
A lunatic.
Well, that's a set of conditionals. not name
so
calling.
that wasn't very
describing
that
your
wasn't
behavior.
very Christian-like.
Those are
You
accurate
claim to be a
descriptions of your
Christian.
yes, and a
Would a
Christian would tell
Christian
you,
do that?
yes.
Would
A
Jesus
Christian-
do that?
Yes. a
No,
Christian-
Jesus would not
yes,
call
he
me a
would.
crazy lunatic.
No.
Would
no,
If you
Jesus
were
do
worshiping
that?
demons,
If
huh?
you were worshiping demons, Jesus would say,
I'm not
yes.
worshiping demons.
That's what
I don't
you're doing.
worship my crystals.
And even if you don't
and
think
I don't
that-
worship demons. Do you guys know Reiki is a practice that is used in hospitals nationwide to help cancer patients? Are you
That is
even
not true.
educated?
Completely false. That's completely
Yeah,
false.
that's not true.
Well, it
Hey,
doesn't.
what
Here,
is-
we don't need to.
it doesn't matter.
Hang on,
if
hang on.
it's
Now
true.
listen.
Yo, what is Reiki? What the fuck is Reiki? People disagree. I don't know what that is.
Listen,
Wait,
I'll take the Pepsi
I'm just
challenge.
glad.
I'll take the Pepsi challenge here. Let's find out if you're correct. When you say that Reiki is designed to or is utilized to treat cancer patients all over the United States, how many hospitals do you think actually employ Reiki? for
Quite
cancer?
a few
How many?
hospitals. We can Google it. Who has a phone?
Well, before we Google it,
I-
what
I
percentage
don't-
would you say?
I don't know the percentage.
Would you say it's high or very low?
I think it's average. It's a healing
Average?
modality. It's like a form
Like
of meditation.
30%?
It's a relaxation modality. It's very helpful.
Well,
It's not.
do you
It's
put
not
all-
devil worshiping or
put
any of
all-
those things that the religious
right.
people say.
Do you
it
put
is.
all guided meditation in the category of Reiki?
What do you mean?
Like, is there guided meditation which could be outside of the category of it being Reiki?
It's something different than guided meditation.
Okay, so then if the hospital's just employing people who utilize guided meditation, that does not go in the Reiki category, right?
Right.
Now, can you tell me how many hospitals employ prayer?
Um,
A lot more than hospitals that employ Reiki.
but there are
Could be
of them
true
have a
though.
chaplain.
I ain't think
there
about
are
that.
different types of prayer though. If
So
you look,
Listen, guys, I didn't think about how much prayer is used in hospitals. I would like to see that percentage. If anybody has a percentage down below, I mean, if anybody has the percentage, put it down below.
If it's validation through practice, then our practice is the most validated.
I disagree. Well, that's how you feel, but the Hindus feel chanting.
That was your argument.
Chanting is just a different form
Yeah,
of
that was-
prayer.
Hang on, back up. Your argument was
so-
my practice is validated because it's practiced in hospitals.
I didn't say it's validated.
If it's
because
validated
that. I
due
was
to
just
that,
making a
then if
point.
we utilize the same theory for prayer, then my practice is much more validated than yours
Well,
is.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm
But
validating it.
someone can
but-
also argue that being Christian or practicing Catholicism, I know I grew up being very Catholic, and there's a lot of Catholic superstitions, there's a lot of traditions that go within these Catholic or Christian churches that can also be argued and be said, can be deemed as voodoo magic or whatever. It's just not because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's
Let's shift.
they're entirely
Hang on, let's
different.
put
They're
this-
kind of just, I believe they all
I
fall
understand.
under the same category.
I don't think so, but in here, let me demonstrate it for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's start with this. What's a Catholic moral principle you actually disagree with? Single one.
Catholic moral principle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Well, I'm not like very Catholic anymore.
I know, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm not
A
asking whether or
moral
not
principle
you're a
I
practitioner.
disagree with.
Yes, a Catholic moral principle which you think is incorrect. Or is bad for society or is unhealthy for society.
Maybe having people believe, like in Catholicism, for example, you will go into heaven if you take Jesus Christ as your Lord and
Yeah,
Savior
but these aren't
before you die.
employments of moral principles for how to behave. That's what I'm after.
Well, I mean, it's just saying what are the 7 deadly sins. I guess I don't have
Well,
anything wrong with that.
That's not saying what are the 7
well,
deadly
what
sins. That's
what moral stuff are you talking about?
I'm asking
shalt
you.
not steal.
I'm asking you for an example
Yeah.
of any moral principle which Catholics would apply to the world that would make the world worse if people followed them.
Maybe believing. I think there's a lot of stuff that people argue when they go against right now it's Pride Month, so it's like a lot of people can argue and be like, oh, well, that's a sin. Being
So
gay
gays?
is a sin. Yeah, I think that's a good
So
one.
how is less gays going to make the world worse?
No, I just think it's wrong if Catholics use Catholicism as.
Overtones donated $200. Plop are gonna get kicked off again. Just a matter of vibrational propagation.
Thank you for the TTS. Appreciate it. If you guys want to just jump right back in, go for it.
I wanted to say something about, do you
Well,
guys
did
worship?
you guys want
Oh,
to finish this
go ahead.
exchange right here?
Yeah, I'm just.
Well,
what
yeah,
I'm-
I do think it is.
Let me be specific.
But I
'cause
want to finish my
think-
point
Well, hang
because
on,
you asked me a
but
question.
but you're actually straw manning the position for what I asked you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to be specific about this. What I'm looking for is a principle that you can point to, a moral principle that a Catholic would follow, that if employed, if everybody employed those in the world, it's going to make the world worse.
Yeah, I think the gay one is a good example.
Okay, so then how is less people being gay
That's-
going to make the world worse, or practicing homosexuality going to make the world worse?
I don't think it's.
I'll give it to her. That's a strong argument what she has. But and Andrew, he gonna do an internal critique. So if she's not prepared to give a reasonable answer, she's gonna be on the ropes. But I would say, her answer was pretty, it was a good one.
The gay one is a good example.
Okay, so then how is less people being gay
That's-
going to make the world worse, or practicing homosexuality going to make the world worse?
I don't think it's less people being gay. I think it's the idea of being like, being gay is a sin. Everyone should follow the path of being a heterosexual. I think that's what's dangerous, because you're telling everybody you can't be gay. Okay, well, gay people, what happens when gay people aren't supported, when they're not supported by
I get
society,
it.
by their
Hang on,
when
I
they're not
understand the
supported by their
argument.
family.
I
That
get-
is dangerous.
Yep, I get
Yeah.
it. I understand the argument. Now let me rephrase one other time with a follow-up question. Can you name one of these principles that, if applied to society, you would disagree with, that doesn't have anything to do with degeneracy?
Like what, for example?
Sexual sin, degeneracy, things like this.
Like if they were applied to society, what are you talking about? I think that's all this is an example.
What
You
I'm
guys
saying
are
is
saying
that
don't be
I
promiscuous.
believe that you're only
Be modest.
I
What
I'm saying is I believe that your only objections
dangerous?
to Catholic principles would be that they reduce degeneracy.
Yeah.
That's it.
You
And so
just
I don't
don't
think
like
you
No,
can.
because,
Hang on,
then you're
let me
labeling
finish.
things
Let me
that
finish.
don't have to
Let
be
me finish.
degenerate as degenerate.
I understand that you think that. I get it. So what I'm asking is for a single example of this application in society that Catholics would employ, that actually wouldn't just be your objection is, wait, that's limiting some sort of degeneracy. Do you have any examples like that?
I have an example.
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Okay. So I'm actually not that educated in Catholicism, but with Christianity, I think that a major issue with it is that when a lot of people practice it, they think that they can commit sin and then just pray to God for forgiveness. And I feel like there's little accountability actually held.
She's actually gonna run into a huge problem, because what she did was she just generalized Christianity. But what's gonna happen is that Andrew's gonna go back to the Orthodox way of thinking, and in Orthodox, it's not like, oh yeah, you could commit sins and then pray and then you're good. It's like, you have to put in the good works. That's why you gotta go to the church, because it's not just based off of scripture alone. It's about church tradition and stuff.
Any examples like that?
I have an example.
Go
Sure.
ahead.
Okay. So I'm actually not that educated in Catholicism, but with Christianity, I think that a major issue with it is that when a lot of people practice it, they think that they can commit sin and then just pray to God for forgiveness. And I feel like there's little accountability actually held within the religion itself.
That is true.
So a lot of people
yeah.
go off and then they view like all sin as the same.
Yeah.
Whereas being like immodest is not the same as like
And if you
actually
have a rape
harming
And then you guys are all about it
Okay,
taking
hang on, hang on.
accountability.
Can't do
One
like
at a
10
time,
of you
one at a
on
time.
Me first.
So hang on. Back to
No.
this. Let me just respond
I'm
very
talking about
quickly
like the
to this.
practice, not the actual.
I want to show you why that's actually an illogical proposition.
But you guys are all about taking
I-
accountability.
can I
So
finish?
what
Yeah.
about when?
We have something
hang on.
called confession.
Yeah, take.
Oh, so
We do take-
Hang on, hang on.
confessing all your sins.
Thanks.
We're gonna get there. You
Can I
gotta
just
hold on.
can I
All your
just answer
sins.
her question? Right, the proposition's reversed. So let's just reverse it. What is there preventing somebody who wants to engage in sin, who doesn't believe in God, from doing that and then taking accountability?
Not doesn't believe in God, but maybe doesn't believe in Jesus Christ.
Just doesn't believe in God, though, is my
Yeah,
question.
you're just an
Doesn't-
atheist.
Atheists can still
A lot of
take
atheists,
accountability.
it depends on how you define atheist. I think a lot
Doesn't
of
believe in
people-
any God.
I think a lot of people. I think there's very few people who don't believe in a higher power.
Okay,
that
so
they're
but
being
all of the
watched or-
but all of the
yeah.
people who do not believe in a God, I don't understand. What's their great accountability?
There isn't, but
There
that's,
isn't,
that's
exactly.
Not the, that's not the topic
There
at
isn't.
hand. There's so
It
many
is,
people that
though.
aren't Christian.
Because
that
all
believe
you're
in
saying
God.
is there's an
It's
accountability
subjective.
structure that's built in that some people don't follow. It's like fair. That's a fair criticism.
But you guys
But
just
you
get
have
rid of this.
no accountability structure at all.
You just go,
and then
"Ah,
go,
it's fine to
and then
do."
go, but what about those people over there? They have accountability, but some of them don't follow
Yeah,
it.
we're like, hey,
not-
there should
Hey,
be limits on
I
what
ain't gonna
behavior.
lie though, I was not ready for him to actually make that argument because, like you guys say before, I thought he was gonna make another orthodox argument, but that was sharp, man. That was actually a sharp argument that like a non-religious person could use, right? That was pretty sharp.
About those people over there, they have accountability, but some of them don't follow
Yeah,
it.
we're like,
I'm
hey,
not
there
an
should be
atheist.
limits
I'm
on
not
what behavior is
saying-
acceptable.
I
And you're like,
understand
yeah,
you're
but
not.
you fall short.
I'm critiquing the position, not
Yeah.
saying you're an atheist.
Somebody else, a Christian can be a terrible person as well, but just because
Certainly.
they follow that set of rules, that whatever it says in the Bible, doesn't make them a good person.
Why
That's not the
Well,
argument,
hang on.
though.
Actually,
So
why
what is
not?
the argument? Because I'm a bit confused
Well, actually,
now.
I'm confused. What biblical principles would a person be following? Like actually following, where you would say they were a bad person?
Yeah.
That
If
actually
they're following
confuses
Well,
me.
what if they're a cheater? What if they're
That's
a
not
liar?
following
not
biblical
following
principles.
lustful?
Then.
Those things all violate.
They all violate
rules.
Christian
So then
ethics.
what are the principles exactly?
Christian ethics would be following the teachings and the beliefs of Jesus
So
Christ.
that's okay as long as you're following the teachings of the Bible. It's okay to be lustful. It's okay to be a
No,
liar.
the Bible teaches you can't do
opposite.
those
Keep
things.
retracting, and I don't understand what
No,
you're saying.
What are we
the Bible
retracting?
says you can't do those things. So if you're following it, you won't do those things.
Right.
Now, if
But
you
an atheist can also have a good moral compass as well.
From where?
Just being a good person,
What does
having
that mean?
experience.
how do you know what
Don't-
makes you a good
How
person?
do you know what makes you good?
through experience?
golden
What?
rule.
Wait,
The
the golden rules. What are
Through
we taught in
experience.
elementary
You know where the
school?
golden rule comes
Look at
from?
what are we taught in
reap what you sow.
elementary school?
We're all
By Christians.
What do you mean by
borrowing
Christians?
Christian
your
ethics.
whole-
So
Your
being
whole- hang
safe,
on,
respectful, and responsible, that
Your
is only
whole-
Christians can do
No,
that,
no, I'm
not
saying
even
your whole-
atheists?
Your
Is that what you're
whole moral
saying?
paradigm is informed by Christian ethics. There's no getting
But
away
it's
from
really
it.
universal
You-
law.
Yeah.
Take the ethics.
She said universal law at the end. Oh man. So yeah, these girls was looking bad out here, man. They just got destroyed by Andrew Wilson, bro, and Rachel Wilson. You know, he put them on the spot and demonstrated that they have no moral foundation, bro. Like with atheism, you really have no moral foundation. It's really just based off of preference, and you know, there's no moral high ground, right? Moral hierarchy either, right? Because who determines it? You know what I'm saying? Now, this girl should have came back in. I wish they would, you know, play more of it so I could hear this girl's ideas, because she was talking about universal law. Maybe she'll have a stronger argument, but those other girls, they ain't know what the hell they was talking about, man. They went out sad. So, hey, man, I appreciate y'all watching this video, man. Like, comment, share this video, man. And I appreciate y'all watching, man. I love y'all. Peace.